Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Shrine of Anubis. If you're new here, welcome, and if you have been here before, welcome back, and nice to see you again. So, for tonight's topic, we will be talking about a very interesting question that I have seen on a Facebook group from my ghost account. Ooh. In regards to a woman who was asking the group that her ex died, he was not a good person, and she was told to not light a candle for him. However, she was wondering, regardless, if she should still light a candle for a bad person that passed away. Now, it's unclear how this person died exactly. It doesn't really matter whether this person was murdered or committed suicide or simply died of natural causes. Regardless, this person still passed away, and this person still was a very damaging one in the real world when they were once alive. So, the core thing here from all of this situation is, should you still light a candle, maybe make a prayer or a ritual or something for a person who was once a bad person in their lifetime on this planet? A very fascinating inquiry that I wanted to take for myself and bring it here to you guys. And so I wanted to share with you my point of view on the whole thing. And I'm sure you might agree with this. If you're a really dark witch, maybe not. Either way, that's okay. Uh, it depends on the situation and the person and what they did and to whom. So that's my answer in a nutshell. However, it can get, excuse me, that is my Anubis alarm reminding me to record the video. I'm working on it. Going back to the topic, it depends on the person, the situation, and what happened. So, for this situation in particular, the woman inquiring about this was talking about her ex-boyfriend who died, and he was a bad person in his lifetime on Earth. And I am assuming that she was part of his inner turmoil and chaos. So, regardless, she was still wondering and asking if it was okay to light a candle for him. There were some mixed answers in there in that post, but typically the most common answer I would see was, if you feel it in your heart, light a candle for him. So, it can get more complex than that due to the certain factors and events and things and actions, effects, consequences, and causes that are at play here. So, this is not something I can give you either a yes or no. No, because your uncle was a pedophile and he doesn't deserve it, or yes, because you once loved your ex-boyfriend even though he would beat the poop out of you. So, it's not as black and white. So, I can't really give you an exact answer in regards to this. So, I think looking back perhaps on the previous video, 2 videos back, so like 2 weeks ago, should you keep ashes in your home? It depends on what you feel in your heart. So for this topic tonight, someone bad died, should you still light a candle? It depends on the person and the situation and how you feel about the situation. In a nutshell, you are not obligated to light a candle for someone who was harmful towards you, who you have this conflict with, regardless of whether this person was a rapist, a pedophile, a murderer, a thief, what have you. In the end, it depends on how you feel towards this person when they are alive and during their death. So, if you are carrying pain, anger, rage, discomfort towards them, even when they have died, I would not recommend that you light a candle for them because you are out of balance energetically speaking. I don't think you can do something from your heart during a moment of anger, rage, hatred, or other type of very dense emotion. I would recommend that instead of lighting a candle, that you take this time for yourself to heal and to do the inner work that you feel you have to do in order to detach from the situation and the person and move on. However, if you are the type of person who is easily forgiving and you have a big heart and doesn't matter how many times you get slapped, you still want to be there for that person even though they're toxic, but now they're dead. If you are the type of person who forgives easily and quickly, you can go with whatever your heart is telling you to. So if you feel in your heart like lighting a candle for someone who was once harmful towards you, or someone that you used to love, or I mean, someone that you love, then you can also feel free to either light a candle. But again, in a nutshell, you're not obligated. A lot of people feel that, oh, I have ties to this person, whether an ex or family member, that that they were once bad and I feel obligated to do this because of the ties or previous ties or whatever. No, you're not obligated to do shit here. It's only if you want to, if you feel the calling to do so. However, if you really feel it in your heart that you should light a candle for this person even though they were bad in their lifetime, follow the calling of your heart. This woman in this Facebook group, there were a couple people that were trying to convince her, oh, fuck him, he's dead, who cares, let him rot, whatever. Even though she wanted to light a candle for him and was asking the group if it was okay to do so. So she already felt it in her heart, the calling to do this small act of love. But there were a couple people that were trying to convince her to not do it, to go against her wishes, against her intuition. So even though the majority, like I mentioned, there were a lot of mixed answers, but typically the most dominating one among the whole thread was, yes, follow your heart. If you feel it, if you get the call to light a candle, even though this person was bad, do so. There's nothing wrong. Nothing bad will happen to you for wanting to light a candle to someone who died, who wasn't a good person in their lifetime. I think that this was something that she was concerned about. Out of the goodness of her heart, she wanted to do this small act of kindness towards this toxic person who passed away, but she felt that she would perhaps get attacked, spiritually speaking, for doing so. And no, this is a program pattern, I would say, from either, I wouldn't blame religion itself, but people who are extremely religious, who think that people that are bad, who die, do not deserve to be prayed for. I think that is selfish if the person themselves wants to do it and have other people trying to convince them to not do it. I think that is selfish. I feel that we should all be free to do as we wish. So if you do feel the calling to do so, to light a candle for someone who is toxic or evil, by all means do so. But you're not obligated. And second, nothing bad will happen to you if you do so. Nothing bad will also not happen to you if you decide to not do it as well. Again, there can be some very sneaky program patterns in here in regards to helping bad people that are now dead. So it's very common to think, oh, if I do this for this person who was once bad, they will haunt me or hurt me or whatever. Not necessarily, unless you have proper psychic protection. Nothing bad should happen to you. And second, since you are doing something out of the kindness of your heart, your spirit guides, your higher self, your gods and goddesses are watching. And if there is an attack from this person now in spirit towards you, they will prevent it. So whether you choose to light a candle or not for a bad person who is now on the other side, it's up to you, but you're not obligated to do it, or it's pretty much up to you and what you want to do and how you feel about this. Everything comes down to your intuition and what you're feeling in your heart in regards to this person and what happened, whether with you or somebody else. In the end, only what your heart tells you is what matters. And of course, trusting that you are protected and also doing the work to extend that psychic protection or reinforce that shield of protection. If you are slightly intimidated that something bad will happen to you for doing good work, good spiritual work for someone who was bad and probably doesn't deserve it. So, I hope that clears up the question for this video. If you guys do have any questions yourselves, feel free to let me know down below in the comments section. I am very intrigued to know your thoughts on this topic because I found it so interesting that I just had to make a video about it and share my perspective with you guys. And I also want to hear from you and what you think about it. Has someone bad in your family or friend group or colleagues passed away? Did you light a candle for this person or not? Regardless of your choice, remember, listen to your heart and follow the guidance of your heart. You are not obligated to do anything for someone who was once evil in their lifetime on earth. So do not feel guilted into doing something against your will. This also goes if you want to do something for the good of someone who was bad and people are telling you the opposite. So regardless of where you fall into in here, I want you to know that in the end, you're a sovereign being with your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own decisions, feelings, emotions, and nobody should tell you to do their will or obligate you or guilt trip you or threaten you with something if you do not do their will. So before I let you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell button and click on see all so that you can get all the notifications of any future uploads that I'll be making on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.